What up? What it is? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Dohk and Reactz. However, my man Dohk ain't in on this joint today. I'm here with my cousin, Young Pinky, Romeo in the building.
Howdy do.
Yeah, man. We gotta pull this up a little bit so we can be in tune with the get tuned. All right, boys. You know what I'm saying? Today we in this bitch on our hold on, let me fix this goddamn camera. I don't know what the hell going on with that. Bam, there we go.
In the building.
There it is. Start off on a bad camera angle, but we in this bitch. What up, man?
What do you do?
Hey, we in this bitch. We're gonna talk about some a topic that has been dear and near to both of our hearts in terms of being red-blooded American males. You know what I'm saying? Fully heterosexual African American, or what they would like they're trying to call us Black Americans now.
Yeah. Detaching our Africa.
We got something to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. And what we're gonna talk about is the softening of our young men and some of our adults too.
Yeah, we're trying to reach a point to see where we're going with this.
Right. Yeah, like what's the end game? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know the whole Dwayne gun and the whole shenanigal sex change thing. As a child, everybody was up in arms about it. You know, wait till he get grown up to make his own decisions. But I don't think people ask the right questions. To me, the right question is, why is he having to make that decision in the first place? Why do you think that, or why do anybody think, really, like, where does it come from to where, as a man, be it a heterosexual, whatever, that you want to absolutely turn into a female?
Well, and it's just that sexuality, discussing with kids, they're not having sex yet. So what are we discussing?
Right. Is there a limit to age? Is there a actual like limit to gayness? Like,
is it what's healthy and what's not?
They're going too far with
how gay is your gay?
Bam. And is there such thing as too gay?
Right. You know what I mean? Now you just being extra. You want to be more feminine than my sister.
Now understand, we are asking from a perfectly educational, willing to be educated standpoint, right?
Very much so. Very much so.
This is the Piranha Pond, and Piranha Pond, we do not condone any bashing
at all.
Fucking any hate, any, because my daughter's LGBTQ, so we'll fuck you up for sure.
Just straight up.
But we got questions, and this is for the males. The females, I ask my daughter all the time. We got a podcast together. More to discuss, where we talk about all types of shit like that.
Right.
Y'all can tap over there, highlight our conversations about that. But since I don't have a gay son, internet, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So by all means, all of our queer, homosexual guests, tap in, because we really trying to figure this out. So yeah, what's the limit? Because me outside looking in, and I'm sure, of course, for you outside looking in, it has to be a point to where, man, that's like a little bit too much.
I feel, for me personally, I feel it's a tool for seeking attention rather than representing your sexuality. Because I mean, like, we don't go around with like I love pussy shirts or nothing, or like, it's not, you don't celebrate homosexuality as much as you see, or heterosexuality as much as you see homosexuality be celebrated as far as the guys.
So some would say that we have movies like action movies where the big strong guy gets to celebrate being a big strong guy, or the movies where you got the damsel in distress and the Superman types, where it's always a big strong heterosexual male saving the day
Right.
Like they can say we get that type of shit all the time. So when they're okay, I guess the even better question is what is the example of misrepresentation?
Right.
Boom.
And
Like
that's where
that's a
we go
better
into.
question.
And that's where we go in. That's where we go into.
That's a better question.
I remember a time, and not to lace back to the past, but I remember a time when like you didn't even know that a dude
You know.
was homosexual, and it wasn't even hiding or anything of that nature. It was more or less like it just conducted themselves like any other guy you would see. They didn't have to, kind of like, I guess it's more the attention grab. They didn't have to grab the attention. Everybody, hey, look,
With the flagrant flamboyancy of it.
extra. It's extra. It's a character more than it is living a reality.
Right. So like a caricature of what a gay man is supposed to be. But
Right.
I think that it's that whole like your self-attention thing. That's what like propelled the image of the black gay man into stardom. Like
Right.
because they could portray that on screen with a comedic tone to it. And that puts everybody outside of us, all the other races. That puts a kind of scope or a view as to what black gay looks like.
Right. And it kind of dials into the hip hop culture as far as the influence of the black culture on everything. It's if I like when you see somebody being very flamboyant as they will, and you're like, okay, man, you just be an extra now, to somebody else, they're like, wow, oh, slay, you know what I mean? Like they doing their thing.
So that's what I'm
But
saying.
inside of their community, do they have some kind of limit to or some kind of structured this is how we conduct ourselves?
So not only within the gay community, but within the hip hop community, within communities all over the place. We have an example for you, ladies and gentlemen, of what we feel.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites.
It's a little bit too much.
Yeah, not too much.
You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta do that to do that.
And here we go. Oh, there's more. Pow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
All right.
Where
all right, ladies and gentlemen,
the responsibility in your community, you understand? In your community, tell this man, you don't got to do all of that. You know what I mean?
So that's what I'm saying.
You don't have to.
Rap, the hip hop culture in itself is a highly masculine. Some might even call it toxic. I call it gangster motherfucking mentality when it comes to that type of shit. But we've given motherfuckers passes, i.e., Young Thug, and for sure, to each his own. Nigga, do what you want to do. What you do with your junk is what you do with your junk, right? But at the same time, we have questions.
Yeah, and it's only mostly inquiries. Just trying to understand it. And the more you understand your neighbor, the more you get along. And just heterosexual. I've been a lesbian since 1980. You know what I mean?
Love pussy with the best stuff.
Man, sure. Like, so I want to know the perspective that their own community has with them. You know what I mean? And with what do they feel like is almost embarrassing? Like for me, you know what I mean? I love the ghetto, love niggas from the ghetto, niggas. You know what I mean?
All day,
love them. I don't like super ghetto ass niggas. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I'm all like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta conduct yourself as fly ghetto. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the pocket. It's a certain lace to that game. And that I just feel like it goes overboard sometimes, but who am I to say because I don't know what's overboard in their community?
And that's why we asking this question. So, to all of my homosexual friends, family, constituents, uh, would that be considered too much? I mean, how do y'all feel about especially gay men who are just, men, just happen to
Right.
like dudes, right? Do y'all feel that it's too much? You know what I'm saying, with the flagrancy and just overall just extra softness of it all.
Does it give your movement a black eye? Does it cause more problem than it does, solution? And what's the purpose of, I guess, the
Over. Oh, like, okay, so I don't want to. How do y'all feel about the stereotype? Because I know niggas who are soft that that just really didn't have no real male figures. They're not gay,
right.
but
You could tell when a man was raised by his mother.
right, or just a bunch of, because you got some tough mothers out there,
Right.
or just a bunch of women in general, like no
Right.
real uncles, no male cousins type shit. Like,
Right. He ends up being inside of the female arguments and stuff.
estrogen everywhere.
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy estrogen.
And it's kind of hard to raise a man in that environment, even if he's raised in public school with other men, or even play public sports.
Right. Due
For
to the
instance,
tendencies at home, yeah.
i.e., basketball. Another example, my main man Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying?
Mitchie.
Yeah, he got caught slipping.
Locking.
Pap.
Said with the look at everything. Yeah, he had to catch himself like woo. But that ain't even the only way. He got caught a couple times.
Donovan Mitchell caught himself lacking.
Blink. I'm saying.
Right. I'm saying, right? I'm saying, right? It's like, where does it end in terms of, or what is the end game when it comes to, because I ain't never seen Donovan Mitchell dressing dresses and shit, but we have seen Doug. You know what I'm saying? Was somebody knock at the door? Who is it? Ain't the way. But we have seen Doug wear a dress, right? We've seen the Westbrooks wear the dress skirt thing.
Yeah, like
we see
that was crazy work. He always dressing mad wild. The emo thing. I don't. Hey,
so
whatever
like,
works for you.
What is it? Where did
when did the handbag become part of the accessories? When, like, are we all fashion forward? Are we doing this? Are we printing this thing? I mean, I just want to know. I want to know where are we getting to, and even in our community as being straight men, what are we getting to as far as we don't want to over masculate, you know what I mean? Like, make you feel like you got to be rah, rah, rah all the time.
Oh yeah, tough shit.
But at the same time, kind of stand with your spine straight, and that's what got the confidence for women to want to have that. So on the other side, as far as like two dudes together, like which one is the more assertive male? If I mean, for lack of a better term, which one is the more masculine, and why is one or the other more masculine than the other? Why can't be just two dudes and y'all niggas is fucking pause? You know what I mean? Y'all niggas is doing y'all. Why can't you know what I mean?
I think it's stereotypical gender roles. I think once you fall into a relationship of any kind, you automatically pick up or assume certain roles, right?
Right.
So I think that's what a lot of that is. And then even in those couples, when you're doing shit like that, you have dudes that prefer softer men so they can be the man in the relationship type shit. Like,
because that's human nature. That's the human nature, and
that's
you want
exactly
to be the more dominant.
Exactly, it's nature. And some dudes don't abide by that code of nature.
Right. Okay.
Which is an anomaly to me, personally. To me, I'm a fan of anomalies. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is.
Right.
So with that being said, though, is it necessary or is it? So you know how you had those kids that grow up and be like, I always see my mom get pretty when she get ready to go out on the town or before she get ready to go to a club or whatever the fuck, right? So little boys is seeing this, right? And I think every little boy to some extent have an affection for his mother in terms of the beauty that she holds,
right,
and all the magic.
She's always going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
So bam,
all that.
But I don't think it is, or I don't see how or where it happens where you want to be her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where that
where the high heels and the dress,
where the
when nobody's home comes in,
where the connection, where that locks in that. Because I get it with little girls for sure. Every little girl wants to be their mother because that's what they are. That's what they put here for. That's what they're supposed to do.
They're supposed to be that.
Not to say that even in that fact, because we got the young stud homegirls running around here trying to be dudes, and I understand that too. You know what I'm saying? Issues, parental, both ways, for sure.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything that anybody does. That's human beings doing human stuff. So I don't understand the so this is the demographic to me. The males act like females and the females act like males. But in reality, they wanted someone from the same gender because of that gender acts this way, or they, they're perceived to be softer or this or that. You know what I mean? Like that, it's a reasoning. I mean, I don't understand why you would want to act like something that you don't want to be with, or with someone that looks like a guy, but it's not a guy. Right? What is that? What for a female, and you got two females be together? That's what I thought. That it was all. That's what it was. It wasn't like putting on costumes and like pretending to be something. Being okay with what you were born as a human being, being okay with that. I don't feel like that problem. Being okay with being born with what you are, even if you have attraction to the opposite sex. I mean, to the same sex. It's is it more of a attention grab, or is it just the nature of what you're trying to be and portray?
Well, here's what's funny. Even white gay guys who are flamboyant act like flamboyant black guys.
Yeah, right. Because so that's the stereotype, the whole narrative.
Stereotype caricature of a gay, or should I say, an effeminate gay person is the black stereotype. It's not like it's got their own stereotype.
It comes off very sassy.
People got their own stereotype. They all follow the black fucking flamboyant stereotype.
Sassy, loud, kind of that in your face, I don't care, neck swinging.
And where did that come? I don't even know women who act like that. And since when was it a style? Like,
that's
when was it a fad? Like, when did you know what I'm saying?
Like, you remember Low Down Dirty Shank? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You had your boy Bernard. Bernard and
Wayman and them.
Yeah, Wayman. You know what I'm saying? You had your boy, and that was like the eye opener as far as you was like, okay, you know,
bro, I know where it came
it was okay to be around.
I know where it came
that
from.
situation and be cool as a man.
I know where it came. Our boys, the dopest comic family in existence.
Okay, the way. Him and
Living
Greer,
color, bro. Yeah,
him and Greer.
Men on shit.
Okay, hated it. Yeah.
But I will say
it's part of incorporation.
That shot that stereotype to phenomenal heights.
To
right?
this day.
To this
it
day.
Still is. It's the apex gay guy. He is the sweetest thing in the room. My bad for y'all. Don't try to cancel me now. But he the sweetest thing in the room. You know what I'm saying? Float like a butterfly. Don't sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly and come sting me.
Yeah, and it's almost like you're making yourself susceptible to you're still a dude, you know what I mean? And if you get out of pocket with somebody, they still gonna be like, you a dude, bro, like I'll fire on you, bro.
Right. So then there's that,
dude,
right?
Where you draw the like I don't know how I have to conduct myself as far as being
first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
Hands on the rides at all time. You know what I'm saying? Do not take the motherfuckers out until the conductor come and lift the goddamn thing. But here we go. You got some people that do step out of line, right? And although you can use all of the conflict resolutionary tactics that you got in your armory,
for all of it,
some of that shit just won't work. Now, it's crazy because there are laws genuinely built to protect them, which is cool because there's people out there that really hate them. Not a problem.
Great movement.
Protect them at all costs. Do your shit. But when those moments when motherfuckers do get out of line, we can't forget the fact that you are a man.
Yeah, a man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
so that's a line too. That's hella blurry and tricky. And
shit. It's like you're slapping, I'm punching, and I feel bad now because now everybody's looking at me like I'm a piece of shit. But I'm like, but dude,
because you got a skirt on,
and he hit me.
And this is great.
And they like, no, she didn't. And I'm like, yes, he did.
He did.
and they like, no, she did. And I'm like,
but really,
no,
my eye.
Bro hit me, bro. And they're like, oh, that's so disrespectful. Don't call him, bro.
But wait,
and all of this stuff. I don't know because how to conduct.
So, yeah, right. And
I'm trying to figure this out so I could be a better person for the world. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing,
more understanding.
Here's the thing, though. Me being a great person I am, I don't ever worry about that part.
Right.
All I know is we got questions, so we asking them. But that's just it, though. Within the community, where is the respect for those type of people? Where does that lie? Again, another question of mine is when did it connect that? Yeah, man, women are beautiful, but not enough for me to want to be one. Where was the connection? Where did that happen at? Right. I understand there's men out there that are again effeminate, man. They just the way that they are. They were born that way. They can do that for sure. But it ain't nothing wrong with liking the same sex. But since when did you have to be? When did you have to be a woman?
When did it get deeper? Yeah.
When did it?
Is it layers or was it always there? Or was it layers? Did you okay, I like dudes. Okay, you know what? I like dressing up like a woman. Okay, you know what? I want to be a whole woman. You know what? I am a woman. Where did those lines get, to where they are? And I'm not, and I'm just being real with you. If you identify as the duck, I'm not gonna quack with you.
Right, quick.
I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna do it.
Not at all. Especially when I know you're clearly not a duck.
It reminds me of when Cat Williams did the stand up and he was talking about Michael Jackson climbing trees and shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you climb trees? He was like, hell no, motherfucker, we got bills and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got shit to do. It's more of it's a waste of time to try and make everyone else do what you want them to do. That's almost tyranny.
So
it's not a word, but it should be.
So here's the thing, right? It's almost like you, or all of a sudden, okay, you can't drag me into fits of delusion. You can't force me to deny everything I know to be true, not only physically, biologically, and etc.
I identify as a white billionaire, but nobody gives me my
Give a
respect.
goddamn fuck, or the money that you're entitled
Yeah,
to as a
and
white
I'm like, where's
billionaire.
my damn billions of dollars, man? Because I'm a white billionaire, and I don't like this. I don't like not having access to my funds.
I believe we've taken the whole our parents telling us we can go and be anything we want to be.
You're gone too far, my youth. You know, it's to me, it's like fully accepting what you are, who you are, and what you like is the ultimate goal for us as a species, and we should be able to like that, even celebrate that. You don't have to take everybody else on the ride either, because everybody doesn't like rides. Like some people like to walk. So it's everybody has their difference in who they are and the sense of themselves, right? So if you feel some type of way about you, that's a personal thing that you are exploring for you, and certain things people are going to look at. When you're a kid, little kids see handicapped people, they be like, oh, and then the parents be embarrassed because they've grown to know, hey, you see somebody like that, you calm down, don't do that. That's rude, or that's so we be like, oh, how you doing, and try to treat them like who they are, normal. And if by choice that you go in there, you got a beard, you know what I mean, two ponytails coming down, and some hot pants or some shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, people are gonna look at you like, the fuck you this thing? What do you dress like?
The high hell?
This wow, B. You came to get eggs like this? So
you can
like,
buy your ham looking like that?
Like I look at females in pajamas like that. I'm like, it's 136.
This ain't the place for it.
It's 136. You got on pajamas and shit in the store. Right. So that's where in the community is there a leadership? Is there spokespeople, or like how do you guys as a community feel about the gender roles change, like the gender role change? And to me, I didn't understand. I thought that females who just like females because they didn't like dudes. You know what I mean? Like, but it seemed more of an infatuation with being a dude rather than just liking the same sex. It's like, no, I want to be a dude too. I want to conduct myself like a dude. I want to, all of that. I want to be a dude. I thought little baby like girls. You know what I mean? Like I didn't. How do like where or you know what I mean? And I can, like I said, I can't speak up on in the same thing as Enough Fly said is you can't speak on it because we males, so that's why we are asking the male part on the level of femininity, like how where is it, or is it like is it a problem in your community for guys who don't act like that to try to assert themselves as, hey, I'm a gay male, I'm what I mean, yes, I can come play basketball with the fellas without popping a willy, you know what I mean? Like it's not like that, you know what I mean? Or it's not, and it almost feels like they more comfortable in their skin. They don't have to act out to be something more extra so that they don't.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's the embarrassment of being a man or not being able to hold up to what the ideal or the stereotype, the standard of a man is? So you flip to you know, I guess what you would consider an easier life, or maybe it's the exact opposite. You admire what women do so much that you want to be one of them. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, where does that ideology come from?
Right.
Like
What happened? Because I personally, and it's just me,
does it stem?
I don't believe that in creation mistakes are made.
Right.
I believe from that point, it's all about choices.
Right.
I don't believe a motherfucker was like, oops, I meant to put a Y chromosome in. Nah, I don't think that's how that happens. I don't, you know, feel how you feel, say what you say.
I'm no scientist,
whatever.
But you know.
So it's a choice from that point on. And for sure, make your choices. They're yours to make. Free will, free country, kind of. Do what you do, right? But I'm understanding, and again, you know, at the end of the day, none of my business. But you know, as a understanding, so I can get a better piece of it. Where did those scales tip at for you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel, you know, pretty much right along those lines. You know, it's like, remember the whole anorexic bulimic thing got big, and it was like, oh,
everybody wanted to be real thin.
It's a mental sickness, it's a mental illness that they have. That's why they go and they do that, because they see themselves as, you know, being big. Or is it along those same lines, or do we not put it inside of there because it would be insensitive to say exactly that it's a mental illness?
So listen,
rather than
listen,
a life choice or whatever.
Let me tell you. Do you know that back in the day, I think probably as late as the early 90s, homosexuality was considered a mental shit. Homosexuality was considered a mental illness, and
because it went against basic human nature. But
that's why working nowhere.
Stop.
Real shit. Remember, when's the last time you went to anywhere and seen a gay dude as a gay dude?
Yeah, but that's why everybody's unctie was fresh.
Right. Right. And you ever seen where them niggas were? They was like, Tommy, Uncle Martin, nigga.
Curl with the sides with the.
They was like, Tommy, Uncle Martin, nigga. Niggas was drawing checks from that shit.
Right.
Because it was considered a legit fucking mental illness. So because of the insensitivity, because of the uprising of the movement, they low key fucked themselves up out of some money because they want equality. They want it to be looked at as a regular thing when it's. So it's a okay
sensitive subject.
No, it's a such thing as actual fact, right?
Yeah,
that's just what it is. It's just what the fuck it is, right? And by all rights, right? You feel how you feel. You do that. Run your run, right? But you know, XYXX is a thing for a reason.
I'm gonna be blunt.
Like what we smoke.
These go in the pussies, right? And then they make come out. But the come, which is the spermicide, goes inside and go into ovaries and stuff, and then you still in there, woo, woo. And then all of that's happening, and it's literally made genetically somehow.
So look,
the species wanted to reproduce like this.
So look, I'm finna hit that blunt with you right quick.
For us to be,
I'm finna hit that blunt with you right quick. Just right quick. Hold your thought.
Like to say that's it's crazy.
I'm hitting that blunt right there with you, but right quick. Dick's going to anything that we choose to put him into.
You got some bussy hounds out there.
That's so we can't just blame it on that.
Not all of you.
You see what I'm saying?
Just the hounds.
Because we put this motherfucker in all in mouths, and get some people put it in pies. It's a whole thing. It's crazy work. So we can't just blame it on that. That's not a thing that we can blame.
It's meant to go inside of innies, not out. I get it.
You have it's something else, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and blame it on no molestation and none of that type of shit, because you know it's gay people who have never been molested in their lives.
Yeah,
you know, so it's a thing. I believe it's a choice, right? Because again, once you get past the biology of it, it's a choice. End of the day, fact being facts, right? I got a button for that.
I mean,
watch that. Watch this.
Also, I mean, when I was little, I got a whooping. It was like maybe about a 2. You know what I mean? Messed around and
I don't have a
grab the doo-doo. You know, shit on your hand. Parents running. It's crazy. Got a whoop. You don't play in shit. You don't play in doo-doo. I remembered it. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why I think some people didn't get a whooping when they played in the doo-doo. They just got a bath and a bath and a laugh or something. And so that's only my theory. I'm no good at this, so.
I mean, don't quote us, boy, 'cause we ain't said shit. You know what I'm saying?
In the real way.
We asking for a reason.
Yeah, all jokes aside, it's, you know, mostly trying to make it a lighthearted to the topic because, I mean, really want to inquire on, in your community, how do you feel about, you know, overstepping? Or is there an overstep? Or is there just an absolute freedom that you could just do?
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. We got knocked right off the satellite shit. We got stupid winds going on out here in this desert, but we still in this bitch.
It's a blowing.
Man.
Pause.
What?
Sensitive subject. It's a sensitive subject. You know what I'm saying?
I respect everybody for what they do and who they are.
Off
sure.
top. Be you to the fullest, and don't try to be.
And also, are we supposed to protect them like we protect all women? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I had a question about that too. So, like, if we all get, you know, anything's happening, I'm gonna expect, you know, so I don't care who you sleep with. I'm gonna expect that the fellas is gonna get together, and are you one of the ladies? How do we separate this and know who's gonna? How do we conduct ourselves with you niggas, man? Because like we don't know. We don't need to always come off of being rude or being this, being that. You know, and we like, damn, nigga, my bad, nigga. I don't know how to. It's hard to talk to the niggas. You say, what's up, nigga? Yeah. You know? So, like, how? What do we do to be better people more understanding to your movement? And how can you be more understanding to our movement as well?
And don't say, y'all ain't gotta fuck with us. Because, you know, we do. We all live in this world. We all out here.
We ain't gotta fuck with you. You know what I mean?
No, but okay, so for the ones who be dressing up like exactly like women though, and we at a club or we at a function or something, and we pushed up on you and shit, like what?
Yeah, one of those.
I mean, I'm talking about one of the ones that passed, like nigga, you wouldn't know until they told you like
a lady do boy,
man,
like the ones that be at the
with
ladies
the makeup,
and gentlemen, yeah, ladies
all the BBL,
Yeah,
fake breasts,
the whole what?
Whole shenanigan, right?
Yeah, she been a bitch for like 15 years.
Whole shenanigans, right?
Whole family call her whatever her new name is.
Except she got a penis.
Yeah,
so
still got swapped.
Like what is it?
What am I supposed to do?
I guess it's more of a you thing, because if you don't disclose that early in the conversation and you run into a dude who thinking he finna really beat them guts up and he realize you ain't really got no guts.
That's crazy. No,
it's like it's like what
if you surprise him with a pussy and he see like I'm gonna tell you, most guys just we don't like balls either. We fucking hate them. It's our worst feature. You know what I'm saying? Brings beautiful things to the earth, but it's our worst feature by far. I mean, you know,
I don't
don't get sassy. Like I ain't gonna tell you what to do. It's like, it'd be easier if you get sassy because he come over there, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, he like, yo, he mad hurt. You gotta understand his side too. He mad hurt because he's like, well, now he gonna go home and be like, damn, am I gay? Like it's and not to that extent, but you know what I mean. It's just it's trickery.
And if you do want to be a woman, what stops you from getting a surgery? I mean, you got your ass worked on, you got your titties worked on. What's stopping you from going on ahead and getting your joint, rearranged?
Do the whole situation,
the whole shebang.
But
because at that point, you ain't got to tell nobody nothing.
But it's people
blow you out.
Trickery.
It is,
because the niggas gonna know.
I mean, the only I've never been with one, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, niggas gonna.
But
you have to be able to know.
If that motherfucker got two holes like it's supposed to,
it can't look like the real thing. I've never seen one, so I don't know.
Don't know, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
more questions. This shit only leads to more questions.
So the rabbit holes. Oh, I can't say that. See, this is just. The situation,
the hilarity,
or the plot, it seems.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like, it just seems like it's a lot, bro.
And
I guess that's why they gotta have so many letters.
But I'm saying you can't have rainbows in all the letters, man. Nigga, like, what are the children gonna have?
All the continents, a couple vowels and shit. Yeah, this is crazy.
So, like, and your movement went so well that you don't even gotta try extra. Like, I'll give an example of a half. It's a half and a half toss up with me. I don't know whether. Yes, I do. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
No capping. We don't do that around here.
Like EJ Johnson. We'll talk about Magic. Is that borderline?
All right, y'all. As you can see, the technical difficulties still kicking our ass. So we will go ahead and cut this down, man. We're trying to go ahead and have a nice, decent conversation with you, but apparently the forces that be ain't trying to allow that to happen. See if we can keep some of the same points. They may even be fresher. We don't know. But until then, man, like, share, subscribe, jump into the comments. All my piranhas, welcome. Jump you feel about the situation. Again, we love everybody. Like, respect all y'all.
Shout out to the whole community too.
For sure.
We truly want to understand so we can make this work. Let's do this.
By all means, it's an interesting conversation that we definitely trying to have because we want to know. And if y'all don't think we should know, then fuck it. We'll treat you accordingly. And no disrespect intended. But I'm gonna treat you like how God treats you.
Right. I mean,
you know what I mean? But that's it. Like, share, subscribe, do all that cool internet shit. We are the prawn line, man. We at 300 now. We trying to get to 1,000. At 500, we got a giveaway going. We going another 3 for 5. So when we get to 500, we got $300 going out. Our last giveaway, only one person claimed the money. She got the dough. It was happy. She'll let you know in the comments. Check the show back. But we got more money for y'all, man. If y'all come and get this shit. So yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe, run it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Life's lessons is the essence. Let's go.
I'm gonna check this out, see what it look like on the replay. If it's good enough to run, we gonna release it. If not, then we gonna be recorded over. So you'll see when we see. I'll let you know, or you'll know. Either way it go. Hit it, share it, like it, run it up. Peace.